Hello and welcome to episode 4 of our Timberborn update for hard mode Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. Last time we successfully flooded most of the map, well, most of the area we can get to at least, and started finally expanding into metal production. We got ourselves a smelter right here, and we have plenty to do to progress through the tech tree as well as taking care of some other stuff. We're at the beginning of a drought here in cycle 10. It's a 17-day drought. We've gone through one. We have 16 left to go. We were great on food, great on water. So now the problem is, where do we go from here? And I've got a couple of ideas. Some people have said, oh, you should just flood this entire level up here and just move your barracks and all your storage up one. Might end up doing that, might not. I'm not entirely sure yet, because remember, we still have another 16 days before the next cycle comes around. I think the most important thing for right now is going to be advancing the tech tree and getting access to other stuff. Most importantly, other methods of powering things, because right now we just have this one compact water wheel and we have this power wheel that are turning currently, and that's not sustainable. If we're going to have any hope at being even remotely industrialized, we got to get to engines, which we can actually research now because we have the science points for it. We just don't have the metal for it because this thing has to work at extremely low efficiency because, well, there's not enough power to support it. We have all this other stuff to take care of, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. So we're going to have to kind of help limp this along if we're going to have any hope at getting anywhere with it. So it's going to be a Power Wheels convention. If I can figure out the best way to kind of connect things up, it's probably just going to be slapping a couple of these in random spots and then just dealing with that. At least for the time being. We've got plenty of other things we can do. I do kind of like the idea of flooding one more level up, because that would allow us to put our dam pieces up here to help prevent super overflow. And then we could actually have this one go up one level as well. It wouldn't really negatively affect anything, except we have to move our barracks, which are already needing to be replaced anyway, or at least added to, because they're completely full. And the storage is cheap and easy to build, so that wouldn't really be that big of a loss either. We have this big area up here that currently doesn't really have anything going on. So I figured, you know what? We might as well just go ahead and start building more stuff up there. Because other than that, we just have this one area down here. We could get rid of these levees easily. And we just have this one thing of mangroves we might want to take a look at. I don't know if these can be fully submerged or they'll die. I imagine they probably don't like being fully submerged. But we're not really in a position to worry about that, because we don't have the water we want for another at least 16 days. But I do think that is enough time while we're waiting for our metal to actually be produced. It's enough time for us to start moving stuff upstream and possibly even building different kind of outposts along the shore of this lake, because again, we don't have any more district limits. So if we wanted to, we could have this entire map be all centrally connected, so it might actually be a smart idea to have different pods, clusters of barracks and food and water and different job things spaced around, even if it's not going to completely align everything to that. Could still be an interesting thing to try. Plus, we also have all these inventors. We're going to be continually making more science. So I don't really see any problem with starting to really dive into large amounts of storage. Remember that our food has been completely changed. We don't have, from our modded playthrough, we don't have the beaver Lunchables, so I have to actually have a separate storage for each type of food. But these are already basically full, even with this small of a thing as we have going on here, so I don't think it's unreasonable to put in a large storage for every single type of food up here. I don't see any issue with that whatsoever. So what we'll end up doing is put in a couple of these. I have to remember exactly what is and is not food. I don't think I want to keep 1,200 kohlrabies around here. Fermented stuff, yeah, fermented soybeans for sure. And then, well, berries, obviously, we're going to need. And then, of course, we also have our other fun stuff, our hydroponic gardens, which as soon as we get metal, we can, you know, actually do something with. But we're not there yet. They take 240 working hours to produce, oh man, to produce either mushrooms or algae. So we'll have a fun time with that, won't we? Mangrove fruits, we could actually have another entire full-size storage just for those guys. Why not, right? As soon as those are all built, then that'll be nice right there. This is going to end up being flooded eventually anyway, isn't it? So I guess it doesn't really matter what we put over here. It might just kind of platform over this whole area to put some other storage stuff, or we could just leave this like it is and just put some roofs on top of it like we did before. We have all these that we can unlock with science that we, well, don't have yet, but we will. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in, yeah, probably right here on the corner, we'll put in one of these medium tanks because, well, we have all this stuff down here. These tanks are all going to go bye-bye as soon as they're completely filled up. So we're going to have somewhere to put everything else. Now, come to think of it, once this is all connected, we probably want these to all be removed unless... Oh, we could. We could actually turn this into a power generation channel here because this is just wide enough to put a couple of these compact water wheels in. Or if we were really feeling like it, we could put in large water wheels, although those need to be elevated one more level. So we'd probably want to deepen this or make a completely straight one. I don't know, we're not quite there yet. We have some other things to take care of before we really get too into that. So let's go ahead and speed things up a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. Let them get to work. Construct all these large warehouses. Harvest more scrap metal. Refine very slowly and poorly scrap metal. We have one metal block right now. Even if I pause these buildings, it still is going to force me to consume the power that they generate, which is unfortunate. And at least we have fermented soybeans, and we have fermented cassavas, and we have... Oh, the lumber mills actually seems to be doing something, which is nice. And we probably need to start doing something about our injured beavers pretty soon as well. But you know how these things go. We'll see what happens. Alright, this guy does not need to be here anymore. There's no longer anything for him to do. Although I think now... I know last episode I kind of just got rid of this before it was built. I said it was kind of pointless. So what we'll do instead is we'll just put all that back. Fill this with the dams across the top so it can't really ever completely flood everything. And hope they can actually build this. We'll see. They've got plenty of other stuff to do. They have actually started with some of these. I'm going to go ahead and empty this one. Then go put this in this warehouse. Look at them go. Look at them go. Love to see that. And then once that one is done, which it is, go ahead and delete it. Okay, there's nothing in here anyway, so goodbye. So, the cassavas, why are we not... Oh, I guess we just don't have enough of the crop itself. We don't really have very much going on, do we? We have a bunch of soybeans. So we just need to plant more, is what this boils down to. Our farm guys over here probably don't need to plant so much canola. In fact, I'm going to unplant probably about half of this over here. And then they'll just harvest it, and we'll go on with our lives, and I will replant that as these guys. It's going to take a while to get there, though. Alright, so now we have our cassavas going in here. We have mangrove fruits. Eventually, once this is fully ready to go, they're stored right there. That's looking okay. And now all of this stuff, we're going to have this huge area right here that is currently occupied by blueberries. Realistically should be somewhere else. But if I'm going to be planting anything, they're going to have to be over here. So I'll go ahead and just plant all of this as blueberries. We're, I don't think, really ever going to be in a position where we have to worry about blueberry supply. If we don't have to eat them, we just have to use them for supplying our beavers with their growth hormones. Speaking of which, it's probably about time to put in a couple more of those breeding pods. So I'll just stick 2 of those right there. Yeah, how close are we? Okay, we're just waiting on planks, which are currently being constructed. We have 7 metal blocks. We're really coming up in the world, aren't we? Unfortunately, I need 20 to build an engine. And there's other stuff that we could do, but I think the engine's probably the most important one to do first versus building a hydroponic garden right now, because our food supply is, again, completely taken care of. Our beavers will be perfectly fine. They will not die. They just won't get the extra well-being points from having the, whatever you do with the stuff in here. I don't know. We'll get there eventually, but right now that is not a priority. The priority, again, is the engine. And should probably also be planting additional trees, which we can easily do by turning this whole thing into a tree farm. None of these trees are going to grow back over here, are they? No. So we have our forester here that can actually go down there, which, if this floods, would be a great place to put mangroves. Then the issue becomes actually keeping this wet long enough to not kill your mangrove trees. I'm not entirely sure what the maximum length of a drought is in vanilla hard mode, because I've been playing so many different variations of it. But the drought we're currently in is a 17-day drought, and the last one I saw, as far as a mangrove tree out of the water, said it would last about 16 days in wet soil but not submerged, so I think we're probably okay. I highly doubt we ever pump enough out of here for that to become a problem. It's probably completely fine. No reason for alarm whatsoever. We also have these oak trees up here that need to be removed. These have already been cut down, so they're fine. Take out all this. How close? Can I just put this here and be done with it? Alright, yeah, that looks like I can. Because we do have extra beavers now. We got these things, growing beavers. Yeah, looking okay. Alright, and now that's ready for mangrove fruits, so let's go ahead and empty that out. And I can hear them saying, no, don't take away our rooftop terrace. Yeah, we'll just build another one. It's fine. Goodbye. So now we have all this stuff up here. And we're going to need something to put on top of these large warehouses. Well, guess what, friends? We have technology. And that technology is called rooftop terraces. So I'm just going to do one of these numbers. Again, we don't have our ladders. I am aware that the ladders mod does currently work, but I also kind of like the idea of just having a regular vanilla playthrough without having to worry about keeping up with which mods work or whatever, so we can kind of showcase the new features, which is part of the fun. So we'll just have them come up on top here and enjoy the rooftop terraces on top of the large warehouse. So now that that's taken care of, we're one step closer to getting out of here. Waiting on gears now, which we aren't producing because I had that turned off, so I'm going to turn it back on. Oh, it's actually not using the power. Well, in that case, let's turn all this off and see how much better that gets. Not very, huh? Well, that's fine. The good news is we're still completely stable. We have tons of food all ready to go. We have more and more science all the time. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the engine so I don't forget. And I'm going to place that down. Probably need to find something over here. Start getting rid of some of these berry bushes. And then we can move our gatherer flag. Actually, we could just get rid of this one entirely because we're not going to need this anymore. We'll just get rid of all these. I don't think they keep the berries when they destroy these bushes, but honestly, I don't think we need to worry about it. We can let the berries go bye-bye. We'll be okay. It is interesting how most of these look very similar in terms of appearance inside the storage. Obviously, the shades of green are slightly different, but... Oh, there's where the canola seeds are. Those are going to need to move up, too. We're going to end up probably just blowing up and restarting all... Well, not literally blowing up because we don't have dynamite yet. But we're going to optimize this a little bit better. Obviously, you can have to not have the power wheels anymore. Should hopefully still be fine that way. So anyway, we have our engine researched. I don't know exactly where that's going to go quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and research the large barracks for 400 science points. Because we need, well, large barracks. We need the space to put these beavers. So I was thinking we could kind of build this up a little bit here. And then just have this whole thing be additional storages. Right, like that. And then up on top, put our large barracks right here. 1, 2, 3. And that way, we take advantage of the proximity for the rooftop terraces to the large barracks, which means that they can relax right until they have to go to bed. We got food downstairs. We got water right here. And that will end up being a very productive use of space. I don't think we really need to worry about the pathing over here, but because it's here, we'll go ahead and extend this out that way, and then we can put some other stuff on the back side here, or eventually get up to the top if we so desire. So that's looking nice. This is now completely dry. I'm going to pause those, and actually, if this is going to be flooded anyway, I think we can just go ahead and kill off these levees. We just, why is this still paused? Just give it the old what for. Now I think, yeah, okay, there are a couple more. And get these guys to come in and collect all this stuff. And then we might, depending on how this is looking, we might need to actually put some levees in here, or we could lose these mangrove trees if they don't want to be super flooded. But again, I don't really know how that works. I don't have any knowledge of that, so we're not going to worry about that at this exact moment. What we do need is more planks and more gears so we can actually build the rest of this stuff, because I just told them to build a whole bunch of stuff that requires planks, and we don't really have enough input for that. Yeah. We have plenty of logs. But we could definitely use more planks. It's just unfortunate that everything... Oh! Well, that's an interesting development. Let's unpause all of this immediately. Hello? Somebody come in here? Put some water in? No? Anybody? Okay, good. Alright, so we're going to let those rehydrate themselves. I was not expecting that to dry out so fast. Unfortunately, I think we're going to lose some of our kohlrabis here. We don't have enough storage for them. We don't have any fermented cassavas, really? Well, now here's an interesting problem, because I don't want to come in and put in another water dump just to keep these guys alive, because, well, we don't really need them. They're the lowest tier food. But at the same time, gotta do something about it. Only have 99 fermented soybeans. These guys are going to be fine. Alright, we got 5 days left. These are definitely going to be gone by then. Well, this farm does also have space all the way out here, and once this is a little bit more filled in with water, it shouldn't be that big of a problem. But no, I don't know. I don't know what to do. The obvious solution is to just, you know, deepen this. But, like I said earlier, we don't really have enough power for that. We have to worry about everything else we have going on. Well, I'm not going to lose sleep over losing half a field of these guys. Little radishes, rutabagas, whatever. I think that might actually be, someone said in the comments, either some Central European word for radish. Or some other root vegetable like that. Well, it is what it is. The canola's dying too, but that's fine. Because I'm not really going to be worried about it. Not going to lose sleep over it. We're going to plant more cassavas over here. As soon as they can, you know, actually do anything. They're not going to harvest it because we don't really need it. That's fine. We almost have enough for an engine. But, of course, to build the engine... Oh, we don't need planks. Oh, we need 25 gears. Yeah, that's going to be hard. That's bad news, because we have all this other stuff going on. Oh, boy. Okay, so metal blocks almost full up in this little industrial pile. Oh, man, I can't really run much of anything extra off of what we have right now. Fermented soybeans, I probably need to turn those back on. We don't have enough cassavas to really do anything with. We have 30, I guess. I just need more power. I have 5 beavers that aren't doing anything, so why are we sitting around not accomplishing things? We're already max hired at the district center. So I'm just gonna, you know, let them work on the hauling post. Why not? There's no reason they shouldn't. We don't have any storage for logs because it's full. What to do? What to do? I can't really think of any huge construction projects we need to do right now, so we don't really need to have a lot of log storage, but we also want to keep this cycling, because once we start doing a whole bunch of engines to power things, they're going to churn through the supply of logs pretty quickly. So if all of this is going to... Oh, are we... Oh, we are dry. We are completely dry over here. That is a problem. Okay, so this definitely... Oh, so these are dry, but these are not dry. These are 16.8 days, 5.6. Are any of these under 3? I don't think so. So I think we're fine, but what we're going to end up doing, I imagine here, is putting in a water dump to keep things about the right height. We're not going to worry about... Are these dams under here? Yes. Okay, so we're going to have to take care of that. I'm just going to turn this into... I don't even know. Because I guess it's kind of predicated on all of the water just kind of running through here, so maybe we can't do anything. We probably should still have an emergency water dump put in here somewhere. So I guess I'll just make that this one right here. We'll remove this tree. And then I will build a platform right here. We'll put in our water dump right there, like so, and then we can always turn that back on in an emergency to prevent our trees from dying. Just splash some water, reset that timer. Gotta love exploiting game mechanics. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, next goal, as soon as they can actually build this stuff, which they can't because we don't have enough. Oh, we don't have enough of these planks. I think that's probably... Oh, are we out of water too? Man. What a bother. Well, let's unpause these now that they're actually getting wet again. Have these guys come in here and take care of business. Did we actually even build anything over here? No? They're not going to be able to build this one, really? That's annoying. What a pain. I miss my modded Timberborn so much. I cannot articulate to you. That's the only way we're going to get all this stuff built, isn't it? Oh, that's fine. Well, we can safely pause these things again so we're not spending water on that. These are hopefully not going to die. No, not in the next 1.2 days. Alright. And we're still feeding ourselves off the mangrove fruits because everything else is gone except the kohlrabis and the, well, whatever these things are. Berries. Why could I not remember what those were called? Alright, so no one's going to come get rid of this. They must be busy taking care of other stuff. Let's just go ahead and make sure someone comes takes care of that sooner rather than later because, well, it's going to be rough if it gets to that point and they're not supplied. Good news is, the drought's almost over. And if they ever finish this, then, you know, we'd be in a decent spot here. I'm going to go ahead and just build this back up. We'll just put that on top. Let them come take care of this. It's going to be a little while before it really starts to get bad, though, so they should be okay. All right, put this guy right there. There we go. I don't need a path there. Stop that. All right, drought's over. Problems should be solved momentarily. We didn't get this all taken care of here quite yet, which is probably the fault of our plank situation not being, well, any good at all. Waiting on the gears, which are made from the planks. I don't know, it's just a mess because we didn't have everything we needed. That's the way these things go. I cannot build the engine until I have 25 gears. I have 1 gears. And I have all these things that are waiting on planks. But hey, now we actually have the power of the water wheels. And it seems like we still can't keep up with the demand even with all of these rotating at maximum speed. We didn't lose any mangrove trees, which is nice. And we've got these in the process. We've got this over here just as a complete spillway until everything else is put in place, which is fine because we don't want this to overflow anyway. But we very soon need to have these barracks taken care of. So we can start moving this out of here and let this flood naturally without becoming an enormous problem. So, might as well go ahead and start building some log storage. I do think I want to take advantage of this for the purpose of power generation at some point in the future. I just don't know exactly how it's going to end up working. It's going to be interesting. We definitely need to get rid of these barriers here. They'll become an obstacle before too long. I think that's all of them. Yeah. Oh, we actually have our staircase here now. So we should have our rooftop terraces put in place. Oh, these are all waiting on planks. That's why. All this storage for things we admittedly might not need, but we're going to want eventually mangrove fruits. We got our fermented cassavas, fermented soybeans. This is going to end up being, I'm sure, berries. And then we'll want our kohlrabis. Oh, you got to be joking. It's already with the drought signal. Well, it is hard mode. I don't know what I expected. Well, I've got a decent idea what I expected. But that's the way it goes. Now we just need this one dam that we're probably not even going to get to use. Oh, because now this is all flowing out. No, 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 no. No, no, no. 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 You're going to come over here right now and you're going to finish this before we lose any more. And we need more log storage. I just have to figure out where I'm going to put this. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't really have any offshoots of any stairs I can take advantage of either. So I guess I'll just stick some back here. Alright, now come down here. Start loading up on these logs. Get this thing built pronto. Got 1.9 days to fill up the rest of this, and we're not going to get it done. Not like this. At least we have another water tank, though. Get this thing going, people. Of course, it puts those way in the back, but they can come get that later. Yeah, we need to deprioritize the things on the top from the top priority. This definitely needs to be all of these first. These three in the bottom. Alright, you know what this means. 24-hour workday. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. At least in this game's economic system. But hey, look, they can relax on the rooftop terraces. So, you know, it's not all bad. And once again, we are waiting on the planks. As one does. Alright, come on. At least finish this. At least finish that one. They're going to get exhausted in the middle of the day, and they're going to be dropping like flies. Alright, so you're carrying logs, you're carrying logs, you're carrying logs, you're carrying logs. Get these things popped in here, boys. Come on. Come on. Got half a day. And now you're all going to be tired. Nope, nope. Here come the last couple of them. At least let a little bit of this fill up. Come on. All right. Jeez, guys, come on. Are you joking? Are you absolutely joking me? This is my Joker moment. So we're going to lose an entire level of... Jeez, seriously? And it's a 14-day drought. Wow, alright. Well, somebody come finish this before it all just completely disappears. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's 91%. Come on. Thank you. Now, was that so hard? Well, here we are again. We only have 11 gears, so I can't make an engine even if I wanted to. But smelter's paused. We don't need that, so that means this guy can go faster. Unfortunately, we still need the planks, so I can't really have them turn anything else off. Alright, and I'm going to pause. Can't pause a tree, thank you. Pause all of those guys. We do not need any water being pumped out of here. We want it all coming out of our other pumping stations over this way. Of course, they're going to want to come down here and build these dams on the top, because they always do. It is what it is. I'd be satisfied at least a little bit if we could have one of these barracks put in. I'm beginning to wonder if all of the temperate seasons are only 3 days. There's no way this is ever going to be full. So we might be wasting our time just a little bit. Just a touch. But we have science, so that's good. It's just too bad we don't have enough infrastructure to support anything, because we don't have enough gears yet. This is only running at 53% power. I can't really turn off the food, because while it does say we have 740 food, most of it's the low-level stuff. The actual quote-unquote nutritious food is, yeah, the stock isn't there. And we've been running through canola at the speed of smell. So there's really not too much more going on in the land of cassava growing. I don't really want to get rid of these kohlrabis either. Oh, what fun. That's the way these things go, though. We do have plenty of water. We do have enough food. We are doing A-okay. Don't really have any room to be complaining here. I have plenty of planks, so I don't know why they haven't built this yet. Unless they're still trying to build the, they're probably trying to build these platforms first. I'll tell you what, we'll just have this warehouse and this large barrack get a little bit more prioritized. Here they are building this fruitless piece of dams over here. Yep, and they still haven't built this because they haven't built the stairs because they haven't built the stairs. What a mess, huh? Well, good news is we have metal to make an engine if we ever get the gears. Oh, boy. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of... I need to have the stumps cleared. I can do that myself. I say as I click on a bush instead of a thing. Anyway, so that's fine. I'm going to, once we get dynamite, probably maybe just reroute this back here. I don't know. We'll get there, because I would like to have, at least for some amount of time, those large water wheels, because they do generate a lot of power. I want to figure out a way to have kind of like a perpetual motion thing coming down this slope here, maybe put a dam up here, and eventually get these deep mechanical pumps. That's a very, very long way off at this rate. But if we can get that done, pump water up the hill to go back down to move the wheels, I don't think it's a waste of the power. I know you have to have it on a decently large scale to be completely self-sufficient. But if we also have the engines burning the logs, then it might work. Might be a complete waste of time. Definitely is a complete waste of time, but it's also something that's kind of interesting. And it's not just the bog standard, hey, we're going to survive a really long time with a bunch of beavers like we always do. You got to change it up a little bit, right? And this immediately fills. Immediately. Quite quickly. Which I guess is the definition of immediately. But we can go ahead and start stacking these. And then putting additional large barracks on top of our storage. That's going to be logs again back here. And use our stairs for their natural born purpose of getting places. That's always nice, isn't it? So this will end up being like a little industrial block looking, but that's fine. Did we accomplish anything over here? Still no stairs? That must just be so far down the list of priorities for these beavers. Because they still do have to build all of this, and we have, not anymore, we don't have enough planks. Oh, we have 25 gears. We have 25 gears. All right. Stay calm. It's happening. Now I can finally put an engine in. which I'm going to do right up here just for right now. Probably gonna end up moving stuff. But put this platform in. And then I guess it's going to need another platform because of the way that I kind of stuck this in here. I know this is not the best design that has ever been designed. I am painfully aware of how much of a disaster this is. But it's okay. It's alright. Just finish building this. There we go. Goodbye power wheel, goodbye path, goodbye other path. Hello, engine. Directly into the side of the industrial lumber mill. That'll get us an extra 400 horsepower, which is really, honestly, not enough for everything we have going on over here. But at the very least, we'll keep things going for a while without things being too bad. And I'm going to have them immediately rush build this. Because I'm tired of slow production. And so are these beavers, I'm sure. So now I have to build another level of a thing over here. What a mess this is in vanilla without all the mods and stuff that makes this infinitely easier to deal with. But that is the purest form of the game, which is it's fine. Okay, I can plant some more cassavas over here. Yes, excellent. We're getting there. We still don't have very many. Those are soybeans. We don't have any fermented cassavas. We just have cassavas. All right. So I can actually... Well, we have so many extra beavers anyway. It doesn't really matter to deprioritize this one. But, yeah, everything that is currently unpaused is running at 100%. I guess I'll turn the smelter back on. We are slightly below 100%, but I don't think it matters. We were finally able to produce gears and planks and metal all at the same time. And some of our food stuff as well. And we have 1,400 points for science. Which means we really probably should, at some point soon, maybe start doing some other stuff. I know I said in the comments I would do a lot more stuff with well-being this time around, and we kind of haven't done that to a certain extent. We did do the rooftop terraces, but we haven't done showers, we haven't done medical beds, we haven't even done shrines. So let's go ahead and just unlock a bunch of this stuff. The Lidos are going to be a colossal disaster of stuff not fitting because of water depth issues. So that's just kind of unfortunate about how this stuff is set up, because I could put, and maybe should put, a Lido in here right there. But this is never going to have water in it unless we have more than 3 or 4 days of temperate season. So I'll make that a low priority on the building skill. We could put a couple more of these things in, like perhaps at the end of that path, we can instead put in a shrine. There we go. Showers need to be somewhere they're actually usable, which is kind of hard where this is set up. I guess I could put one right there, because that's unlikely to be completely dry most of the time. We just have so much going on over here that they've kind of gotten busy, and they've not been able to really take care of stuff. So, you know, we probably actually need to build a builder's hut to help our builders, well, build. It does seem to be a pretty pressing need, so I'm going to elevate that. Plus, we have builders that don't have jobs, so builders that don't have jobs, beavers that don't have jobs. And of course, we want to help that not be a thing as much as we can. Let's double check. As the water level is getting lower here, let's put a little bit more water in our water dumps. We'll unpause those. Oh, how I miss automatic stream gauges. We'll let those fill up a little bit more, and then we'll turn those back off. I think long term we can actually just completely get rid of these deep water pumps on the edge here, because we probably shouldn't ever be pumping water out of here. That water should all be going this way, into the middle of the area where we can have different sets of pumps at different levels. But I also kind of don't want to get rid of these in case we need them. We have 4 days left here that probably is still going to dry out, but at least we have this set up looking just fine. We finally have a net positive amount of beds available, which is very nice. All right, and now our injuries are becoming quite severe, so we do need a healer, which we'll end up putting probably right in here is fine. I don't think we have any dandelions, which is kind of a problem. Are they anywhere on the map that we haven't gone to yet? No, they are not. I don't want to plant them in a place where they're going to get flooded. So for right now, I think we're just going to have to plant them down here, and then we might need to just create a wall around this area in case it gets flooded. But for right now, we have a few days worth of time. We don't have to worry about it. In fact, I'm just gonna do this. Except maybe not right there. I don't know. I need this to be usable dandelion growing. So we could very easily, we have plenty of water. I'm actually going to, I'm going to get rid of these. And I'm going to put them up on top of some levees here. So we can actually have this set up like so. Yeah, there we go. These aren't oriented the right way. It bugs no one but me, but that's fine. And we'll put in those like that. I think I have... no, I misjudged. That is unfortunate. That just means I have to put some platforms there. This is ugly, and I recognize that. But that's fine. I'll just put in our little doodad right here. Hook that all up. Then I think what we'll have to do is just reclose this side in. Rotate that thing. Now we've arrived at the problem. Is that this can't... Well, we certainly have arrived at a problem, haven't we? How am I gonna get past this? I'm just not gonna be able to have these as mangrove trees, am I? What a nightmare this is without mods, I swear. Oh, man. Okay. Do I have... Why isn't this... Oh, that's why. They haven't managed to fix anything yet. These are all still full? Seriously? Okay, we have 56. That's right. Alright, so these are dying in 0.8 days. Seriously? The drought's over in 0.8 days. Well, that's fine. We're not going through stuff fast enough anyway. What? How am I going to fix this? Because this is the pathway that the water takes to come back in. How did that just go through? Oh, I'm just going to have to, I'm just going to have this, not taken care of over here. I'm just going to have to place this as... Oh, that's what this was. The water dump. I forgot I put that in there. Well, at least it's taking care of our mangrove trees. Yeah, this is a very inelegant solution. But the drought is over. I just really hope we get more than 3 days. Because I would like this to fill up. I really would. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, come gather all your stuff and build these things. Now that's all healthy, good to go again. The healer, of course, is missing. Seriously, it's missing planks after all that time? Well, the gear workshop's full, so I guess that's not a problem anymore. But all I've done now is get rid of the, get rid of the pumping stations in favor of something else entirely. That's annoying. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this levee right here. I don't need to put that other one there, but I'm still going to, because there's no reason to do that, so I guess that means I have to do it. I'm not going to be able to get over here, am I? And it's not going to matter either, because I can just go that way, so I don't know what I was worried about. I guess if I really wanted to, I could put a third one right here, but it's only going to have that one level of stuff. I just need this to be finished before it's, well, you know, too late to do anything here. So let's make this, all this a priority. Just build this ASAP, because we need the dandelions for the healers, and we need this also not to flood, because then the dandelions will die. I could have just built another forester. Or I could have built the dandelions up here. What am I doing? Well, I did need this elevated at least, so that does accomplish that. Why didn't I think of coming over here? Oh well. That's fine. Hopefully, we can get plenty of water taken care of over here. I'm gonna have to unpause these. Wow, here we go again. I guess this is just hard mode. Every cycle is maximum of 6 days. Yeah, so there's no way this is ever going to fill up enough for this to be even remotely a problem. So I don't know why I spent most of the episode working on this if it's never going to be an issue. Guess that's the way it goes. Especially as we start pumping more and more water out. Well, that's going to be a very interesting thing for us to contend with moving later into the playthrough. And probably actually should incentivize us to have this plugged up. So we can take advantage of all the water coming out of this side to come fill up over here. But this is going to take beavers so long to get over there. It's not going to have any hope of being productive for us this time around. But I do kind of want to try fixing this. If for no other reason than to just laugh in the face of common sense. So if we were to do that... I don't think we need to worry about that being too high ever. But we do need to make sure that this matches. Let's see, that's 2... That would need to be 3. Oh, so that is the correct height. So I guess we can just have all these be dams. Then we'll need to have a scaffolding here. Pathing there. Don't need the path there. I know I'm just setting myself up for disappointment, but there's some part of me that just really enjoys doing stupid nonsense things like this. So now, come over here. Then this needs to get up the other side. This needs to go actually up instead of down. Yeah, this is certifiably insane. This is just really, really not the best use of time or resources. But what can I say? That's sometimes how we end up operating here. So we have that. So they will at some point actually finish this. Whether or not the beavers, you know, survive to do it. Seriously, nothing stored in here? Kohlrabi's, what are we not storing food-wise? Oh yeah, mushrooms, because we can't make those yet. I should have built a mushroom farm. I don't know what I was, well, I have a pretty good idea what I was distracted by. Canola seeds? No, we don't need to store those over there. Gears? No. Dandelions? Yep, there's that drought again. 14 days. So let's pause real quick and take a look. Yeah, see, it's never going to get high enough unless we are able to get this water too, because there's another another 3 water source blocks that should help push it up a little higher. Hopefully. All right, so let's recap here. We spent a lot of time moving stuff out of this area when it's not going to be a problem for it to be in this area. We have low reserves of food and water because our processing has been hampered. We shouldn't really be having a problem with most of this because it also could have something to do with having 60 beavers now. But we are growing the food. It is able to be harvested, so I guess our farmer beavers have their work cut out for them. I am going to go ahead before we call it a day for today. Plant a bunch more crops over here that we probably should have already been, you know, doing literally anything with. And let's see, soybeans. We probably could use some more soybeans. How are we doing on our... Oh, we don't have soybeans. That's right, because we haven't harvested any in a really long time. So yeah, we'll plant some more soybeans. I guess that didn't quite double our soybean population. But it's a start. We'll get these guys going with that. And there goes all of that water again. Make sure we can actually pump stuff, because now it's going to be hard, because now I don't want to pump this out because all the water is going to be gone. But at the same time, all of this isn't there, and we're out of logs? Really? How are we out of logs? I know the pine trees aren't all grown. Well, this is certainly a development, isn't it? Well, that's more problems for me to solve next time, because that is just about all the time we got. We did get this started, I guess. They're going to have to come be part of that disaster. We could... No, they can't get over here anymore because this is torn up. Yeah, let's... Before we forget, let's just give them a little bit of a chance here to start chopping some of these other trees. We'll come back and remove this after all the trees are gone, don't worry. Because they're not going to be here, they're not going to be there. Yep. take care of that and that and that. Yeah, so let's, before we leave, plant some more. How far out can I go? Right here? Okay. Plant some more oak trees on this side because, well, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need them. Got one more birch tree right here. This guy is, well, he's got stuff to do. So they'll take care of all of that. Hopefully our beaver friends can actually get this stuff built before it's too late. I'm going to deprioritize all of these over here because that is now no longer a concern, at least in the immediate term. Probably should be using the mass select tool to do this, but it is mission critical that we have these deep water pumps ready to go. I think they're just waiting on logs. Yeah, we just absolutely have to have these 2 water pumps, because right now we're pumping water out of places we really can't afford to be pumping water. Oh, and these are dry. Well, if you came here expecting drama, you're sure gonna get it today. Or next time we have a Timberborn video, which is probably Thursday. Oh, we'll find out. I'm gonna go ahead and pause these, though, because we do have some water stored up, and this guy can still pump. You just, man, we sure do need these logs. So I'm actually, since we have extra beavers, I'm just going to go ahead and pop these guys in. Let them triple our output of all these little baby trees in here that we should have already harvested a long time ago, but didn't. And there you have it. Next time around is going to be a whole lot of what's going to happen to us during the Cycle 12 drought here in hard mode. But I still think we got a decent bit of stuff done. We did have this huge construction area over here taken care of. We finally got engines. We technically did some stuff with well-being with our rooftop terraces. We put a shrine in that hasn't even been finished yet because they don't have logs. And if we ever have water up here, this Lido deck will be, well, it'll be something. I tried to put a shower in that didn't get built because it didn't have resources. The healer is actually making stuff, so you know what? Let's put on a couple medical beds since we're not quite out of time just yet. We'll go a little over an hour. See if I can find a decent spot. I've used most of the land over here rather poorly, but that's fine. I'll just put right next to here. We'll put these 2 beds. They're not going to get built for a while, but the healer is here. And while there is a lack of logs presently, it is, well, it's working. These are empty, so these can actually go bye-bye. Not that we really need to worry about getting rid of those. Yeah, we'll leave them for right now. Yeah, that is going to be a problem for the next episode. We'll have to think about some stuff. If you have any ideas that might improve our situation here, feel free to drop them below. I do read every single comment. I can't always respond, but I do read all of them, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to say hi or offer solutions or advice or tell me I'm bad at the game or whatever. We're all about fun here, so I welcome your feedback, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Of course, we have Ostervigen tomorrow, hoping for another Timberborn on Thursday, and then Ostervigen Friday. Then this weekend, hopefully we can get into some other stuff, because we got some fun stuff planned, and I would really like to get back into Cities Skylines live streams as well. So whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.